What's up, guys? Your girl Lex, and today we're going to be discussing about what tune are you singing in your current situation. So today's example is going to actually be centered around basically being in your middle to late 20s and not being engaged, not being married, and ultimately being single. And that it's actually okay. So I think the biggest fear that comes from being single in your early 20s to really the late 20s is that by the time we turn 40, we're going to be single, childless, and not successful. And I think that the big trend of when I was a kid, or not even a kid, but like a teenager to college, was that everyone was like, "Oh, girl, I'm gonna be the cool auntie. I'm probably never gonna be married," and things of that nature. But last night, I was actually watching a sermon from my church, First Baptist Broad Avenue, and it actually inspired me to make this video. So what my church actually did was they did a live stream. And if you guys see me pulling up the computer like this, it's because, I'm just pulling up the notes and I'm just kind of bringing the light of what they gave to me and showing it to you guys. So Reverend Craig Freeman actually was the one who led our virtual Bible study. And his sermon was about, again, what tune are you singing? So he used Psalm chapter 33, verses 3 through 6, and also 8 through 10 and verse 20. And he discussed basically about what tune are you singing? How are you looking at your situation? Are you being more negative on the situation? Are you being more positive about it? So we're going to go ahead and read. Psalm chapter 33, verses 3 through 6 says, "Sing to him a new song, play skillfully and shout for joy. For the word of the Lord is right and true. He is faithful in all he does. The Lord loves righteousness and justice. The earth is full of his unfailing love. By the word of the Lord, the heavens were made, their starry host by the breath of his mouth." So my reverend actually discussed that we have to have faith in God and just know that his timing is always right. So if you're out there stressing about, when am I going to be taken? When am I going to be in a relationship? When is he going to propose to me? Or when is she going to start acting right? Just know that God is bringing everything into the right time. So ultimately, if you're stressing, having fear and doubt about these things, you got to know that that's not of God. And again, fear is of the devil. So by going in and constantly stressing out about those problems, you're not giving it to God, which God wants you to do. So you need to go ahead and give it to him. If you give your all to him, you'll realize very quickly that those problems are going to disappear. But ultimately, God wants you to give your all to him. So if you're over here stressing about, when is she going to act right? When am I going to propose to? When are we finally going to get married? You have to stop right there and know that it's all in God's time. Now, we're also going to be discussing about manifestation. So for those who have manifested things, you know that the power of the tongue is very real. So by proclaiming that I will be married one day, I will have a husband, I will have children, you're ultimately giving and basically showing what your life will be eventually. But if you're constantly talking about, I'll never be married, I am going to be the cool single aunt, I am never going to have children, I'm ultimately going to be single for the rest of my life, then you're only bringing negativity, which is opening the gates and opening the doors to bring in negativity. Now, we all know the power of the tongue, and we're actually going to be reading a verse on the power of the tongue. So personally, I like the English Standard Bible, and it's a little more easier for me to read. Also, if you are having trouble reading some of the older Bibles, my pastor actually discussed that finding your version of the Bible as far as basically like the easier readings, such as like the Revised Standard, Old King James, things of that nature, that'll also help your understanding of knowing what the word is saying. So in the English Standard Version, it says in Proverbs 18:21, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits." So this is basically discussing that what you speak out is basically what you're going to basically be getting back. So if you're, again, speaking out misery and speaking out pain and bad things, you're going to be getting those things back. And personally, if we think even logically, this is a fact. So if you're constantly spewing out venom and hate and negativity, you'll also notice that your day might not be going so well because you're ultimately creating that environment around you. Now, if you're speaking out joy, love, happiness, kindness, then you're going to be noticing that your positivity levels are going up and that your day is actually getting better. So you can put this also into your life. So if you want to be rich, famous, have family, children, and love, speak those things into existence. Words of affirmations. A lot of people have also realized that by speaking into the mirror, giving themselves compliments, speaking at their goals, and ultimately just spewing out positivity, their days are one better. And they most of the time become out true. I'm actually proof that manifestations can come true. I've prayed on my things that I wanted. I've manifested by speaking it out, which is the power of the tongue. And ultimately, I was listening in my church. And it would be crazy enough that even the days when I was praying, didn't even know what to say, my spirit was also praying for me and saying and telling God what I wanted. So as long as you put your faith in the God and knowing that your situation is temporary, you're going to be fine. So quit stressing by being in your 20s, single, not married yet, and not engaged, or not having a child yet. It's fine. You're on the right path. Slow down. Slow down. Just remember that your life is in the hands of God, and that as long as you keep that faith in it, trust in Him, you're going to be good. All right, guys, it's your favorite host, Lex, and that was my tidbit of the day.